How's it going, guys? This is Josh from Rebel Talk with JB, and I'm joined by Coach Teran Smith. Are you the offensive line and strength and conditioning coach at Trinity? No,
Just offensive line down here.
just offensive line.
Hmm.
Well, Coach, I wanted to. What kind of led up to you taking the offensive line job at Trinity?
Circumstances change sometimes, and you have opportunities, and the opportunity came up, and took advantage of it, and so that's pretty much it, man. Uh, Saw the opportunity as some circumstances came up, and took the job. I've known Coach Seymour since I got into coaching because of Coach Johnson, so that's basically the main reason I'm here, is because of that relationship they have and the relationship that I've developed with Coach Seymour through him. And so I'm blessed to be here. I was always grateful for my time at Reeltown, and I always tell people you never know what's going to happen in the future, but right now I take it day by day and year by year. So I'm blessed to be a Trinity Wildcat, and Friday's going to be interesting for me, but I'm just glad I had the opportunity to coach football and coach a great group of kids, and on both sides it'll be a great game, a great atmosphere, and it'll be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's how I ended up here, and I've learned a lot about my ability to coach while I've been here in the short time I'm here. But overall, it's been a great experience for me.
Yes, sir. And I was happy for you that you were able to get that job, because that's Trinity is a great football program, and I know Coach Johnson. I think he coached under Coach Seymour at Andalusia, so
Yes, sir.
yes, they're pretty good friends. So we're very excited about the game, but I know it'll probably be a little bit strange being on the opposite sideline of Reeltown, but I know you'll do a great job at Trinity, and we were very thankful for your time at Reeltown too, because I mean, in my opinion, one of the best offensive line coaches in the state, and one of the best strength and conditioning coaches in the state too. You are.
I appreciate it. All the success we had, most of it had nothing to do with me. It was all the kids and their willingness to work hard. And as you can see, that success is still going to resonate at Reeltown, because that is the standard, in my opinion, of high school football, small school football in this state. People want to say, man, that loss last week, that may put a dent on that standard, but it didn't, in my opinion. So that's just how I feel.
Oh no, sir. A lot of the I saw a lot of the guys on Facebook. They were taking accountability for the game, and it comes down to mistakes sometimes, and sometimes it just doesn't go your way. But I don't think it. Nobody's gonna say, well, Reeltown's not a contender anymore because they lost to T.R. Miller, because T.R. Miller is the winningest program in Alabama. So,
Right.
but well, I'll start with my favorite subject, and I'm sure it's your favorite subject too, and that's what do the trenches look like for you guys on both sides of the ball?
We'll be. I mean, we're pretty experienced up front. Offensive line returns 4 starters. So just had to plug in one hole there, and we did that. So we're very experienced up front. This team went to the quarterfinals last year and lost to Mobile Christian, so they're very experienced as far as playoff runs, and we are too. But I told our guys this Monday. I said, we've been deep in the playoffs. I said, but where I come from, it's not about just going to the playoffs. It's about playing in the last game and winning it. So that was one big thing for us, is emphasizing that these kind of games you want to play in, and the big game atmosphere that we're going to be in Friday night it's going to be a good evaluation on whether we are ready to play in those games, and it's just another opportunity for us to get better before we hit region play, and so it'll be a good test for us and a good evaluation to see where we are as a program this early in the season.
Yes, sir. And you. I know you guys have you guys have a lot of great players, but one in particular, Xavier Boswell, who plays safety and receiver for y'all. But who are some of those other skill guys that are going to be able to step up and help you guys out?
Oh, we got a good group of skill guys. We have you talk about Boz and his ability to make plays. I mean, it's just astonishing the things he can do. You have guys like Chase Lashley and John Morris who are coming back. Those are going to be big guys. Are going to be big for our success on offense. And the multiple personnels that we run. You have Lawson Roth, who's big for our success, and so that group of guys, plus Boz, and Fleming Hall when he flips back and he plays offense a little bit. Those guys are going to be big for our success. Chase Parker and Bo Stewart from the running back position, two big guys who have speed in their own right. So they're going to be big for our success to run the football, and those receivers are going to be big in our success because we like to tempo and we like to go fast, and so those guys are going to be huge in order for us to be successful on offense. So just that group of guys, that core group, and we got some young guys that are very good. Patton Mitchell, a ninth grader, is a very good receiver and quarterback for us. So he'll have his own set of plays that we have for him. If we have to use him, and if he has to get his number called, he'll be ready to go.
Yes, sir. And I want to switch over to defense now. Defense was a big key in the win over Hopeville last week. They did a very good job holding a Hopeville offense that I think is going to be a lot better this year, which was pretty good last year too. But I think they'll be pretty good this year. But y'all held them to 10 points, and that's a school that's a couple of classifications bigger too. So,
Right.
so who were I know Fleming Hall I think led the team in tackles last week, but who were some of those other guys on defense that are going to be big for y'all?
And I tell people, I told our defensive staff, I've seen some great defenses, and I've seen when we've had great defenses. We did have great defenses at Reeltown, and they still have a great defense at Reeltown. But if you flip over to defense side, and Boz and Fleming, of course, in the back end, and Kamen Wilkins, who he's a good DB for us, and at the linebacker position, Wilson Cherry and Matthew Schroll and Luke Hall, who plays outside linebacker. Luke Hall is, he's about 6'2", right at 200 pounds. He is a monster at outside linebacker. He played very physical, very good football last week. He was very dominant on the defensive side of the ball, had a lot of big hits. He flies to the football. And so that defense, that rallying point, go to the defensive line, you flip over. Webb McGregor, he's a dominant defensive end for us, defensive tackle type. McLean Brown, who's also going to start an offensive line, a big player for us, and Solomon Marlowe, who's a monster at nose guard. So we got a big defense, and our defense is very good because those guys swarm the football, they play fast, and they're very disciplined with their assignments.
Yes, sir. And well, I haven't had the chance to watch the game against Holt. I think it's on NFHS, so I'm gonna try to watch it after this. But yeah, what do you think it's gonna take for you to get the win this Friday night or tomorrow night?
Well, I think the difference, and people are gonna this, you say it's coach talk. I don't think it is. I just think it's true. I think both sides, we're so similar on both sides. As far as defensively and philosophy, the only thing that's different is you're probably not gonna see Trinity getting wishbone or getting high, But the MO of being physical first, being physical, being disciplined, and executing your assignment and executing game plans is for both teams. And I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a very close and physical game. But I think the emphasis is going to be who doesn't make mistakes. And so I think I'm not going to say, we're going to win or they're going to win. The team that doesn't make that makes the least amount of mistakes is going to win the game. And because we're so close, and I know what the other side's mentality is. It's going to be tight. So I can't really say, this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to execute. Whoever executes the most is going to win the game, and hopefully it can be us. And we're getting our guys sharper, and we're sharpening the tools so it can be us. But at the end of the day, you have to focus on yourself and focus on yourself getting better. That way, you put yourself in that opportunity in that window of execution moment to win the game. So, I can't really say, this is what we got to do to win. This is the thing we have to do. Obviously we got to run the football. We didn't run the football well last game. Offensively, we didn't have a good performance, so we got to do that in order to win the game. But that's understood, I think. I think both sides will say the same thing. We scored 21 points, but technically defense scored one of those touchdowns. So we only scored 14 points offensively, and so that kind of thing. So both sides are probably thinking we got to do better on offense in order to win the game. So that's another similarity we have. Our mindset on offense is so similar, even though we don't get in the same formations. The mindset and the want to execute is the same. So, both great coaching staffs. I'm already going to say that Reeltown's got one of the best coaching staffs in the state. Same here with us. Two great staffs, two great teams playing each other early in the season. It's really, if we were both in the same classification, it's a playoff game in August. So that type stuff is what we look forward to. But I really can't say who's going to win or lose a game. But I just think the person that executes the most and makes the least amount of mistakes, that's who's going to win a game tomorrow night. So, I can't. I know you want a prediction, but that's really all I got for you, because I just think that's what it's going to come down to.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of that coaching staff, just take a moment to brag on the coaching staff at Trinity, and then I'll let you go. I'm not going to keep you too long, but.
But we're. I don't think really we're a coaching staff that likes to be bragged on. We just like to do our job, man. And it's the same. It's the same thing what I left there at Reeltown. So it's just a staff that likes to do their job. Great defensive coaches that've been here a long time. Coach Schamberger, the linebackers coach, has been here a long time. Coach Shoemaker, our defensive coordinator, it's only his second year here. He's been Coach Seymour both of the years he's been here. He's a great mind. He's actually played his high school days at ACA right down the road, and was a head coach in Arkansas. Great football mind, great human being. Coach Mansman, he's head baseball coach here, coaches receivers, and he's an outstanding man. Coach Milton on offense, same. He's head softball coach here, coaches our running backs, and Coach Hembry, who coaches our D-line, does a great job for us. Coach Sanders, who helps out with DBs, with Coach Shoemaker. But we're all under that umbrella. Coach Seymour does a great job of letting us coach, letting the coaches coach, and letting us do our job, and trusting us to do our job. And I feel like that's the key for a successful staff, is allowing those coaches to do their job, and he does a great job of that, just like Coach Johnson did at Reeltown with me, and still does. I think he's one of the best coaches in the state, and he is my mentor. So, and he's on my Mount Rushmore of coaches. So, just stuff like that. But we do a great job here, just like we did a great job at Reeltown. We still do a great job. They still do a great job there. So, just knowing what's coming down, 85 tomorrow night. It's you get to thinking about the guys that you've coached with and the guys that you've coached, and it's going to be hopefully a good reunion with them, and loving on them before the game and after the game. But they know, from 7 o'clock to however long it takes is on. So that they know that, and that's the mentality they have. And that's the mentality I have, because it's been embedded in them. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun one at Rex at Boykin Field tomorrow night. So I'm looking forward to it. I know Coach is, and it's gonna be a great atmosphere. It's gonna be like a family reunion. I love those guys, still do, and so I'm looking forward to it, and look forward to the opportunity.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be a great game, and I wish y'all luck tomorrow night. And after the game, I'll be rooting for y'all the rest of the way. You know, you're one of my favorite coaches in the state. I knew you personally from school. You know, you only graduated a year ahead of me, so. But yeah, I'll be rooting for y'all, and congratulations on the job again. And I know you'll do great things at Trinity, and hey, God willing, you know, you might be able to run your own football program one day as a head coach. I know that's probably a dream of yours too.
Man, I just take it year by year and you know, day by day, and you know, see what the Lord's put in front of me, and hopefully He's pointing me towards it, and I just take advantage of the opportunity. So, but you know, yeah, it's gonna be a great opportunity for us tomorrow night on both sides to get better and evaluate where we are this early in the season. And you know, last week everybody, Reeltown ain't lost a regular season game in 2 years. So you know, that was something different probably for a lot of people, but they don't need to panic. They don't need to worry. To me, it's the best football team in 2A football. I don't know who makes up rankings and who's on the Sports Writers Association, but they must have never watched football a day in their life. And rankings don't matter, but the ultimate disrespect is doing what they've been doing to the standard of football and just in Alabama as far as the small schools go. But no, they don't have to worry about anything. I think the standard is still the standard, because you don't have to talk about who's the best when you already know who is. So, but you know, just things like that, and that's what we're trying to build here. You know, a great football program, great history, but you're trying to build on things and the momentum that's happened. So, just trying to keep building and, you know, stacking the hay and see how well you stack it. So, you know, you're just you know, just things like that. You know, it's kind of frustrating to see things like that and people, you know, getting on social media and saying this, saying that. And, you know, the standard's always going to be the standard. So, you know, I'm always going to bleed blue. You know, I'm their biggest fan. Just got to try to beat them tomorrow night. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity, like I said, and looking forward to seeing those guys when they come down the road.
Yes, sir. And it'd be nice to see both of our programs raise blue maps at the end of the year, which is the ultimate goal. So, and I believe we both have very good shots at doing that this year.
Oh, absolutely. Just got to get better every day, and you know, just keep striving for the ultimate goal of just succeeding and taking advantage of every opportunity that you get. That's the main thing, making sure the kids take advantage of those opportunities and putting God first always. So just that mindset and that mentality, installing it as the foundation of the program is big, and that's the foundation of both programs here. So
yes, sir. Well, I don't want to keep you too long, but I wish y'all luck tomorrow night, and congratulations on the job. And hey, you'll always hold a special place in our hearts at Reeltown as well.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate it. Go Rebels, go Wildcats.
Hey, go Rebels, go Wildcats. All right, Coach. Have a good day.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. That was Coach Teran Smith. He was the offensive line and strength and conditioning coach at Reeltown, and he left for Trinity not too long ago, actually. So, but hey, he'll always hold a special place in our hearts. He's a fantastic coach, and he's got a very bright future. It's definitely his calling. But as far as our side, you know, we had a few guys cramp up last week, and I know Devin Bragg took a pretty big hit against T.R. Miller. So I'm not sure about his status for the game, and a lot of those guys that cramped up, I'm sure, are fine. But as far as injuries go, I don't really have a report on Devin Bragg or any injury report at all. But I will be. I'm actually going to record the review of last week's game. Well, I guess I can do it here too. You know, we made a lot of mistakes last week, and you can't do that against a program like T.R. Miller. And I know Coach Johnson knows that, and I know Coach Johnson and the coaching staff are going to make the proper adjustments that have to be made. He's one of the best at making those adjustments in the state, and like Coach Smith said, Coach Johnson is one of the best coaches in the state of Alabama, and I will die on that hill. You know, every time I've heard him giving a pregame speech or something, he has me ready to run through a wall. So I just know he gets those guys fired up, and we just gotta come out and take care of business. And tomorrow, win or lose, we have to remember it's very early in the season, and we can't let a loss or two early in the season affect us from going for our ultimate goal, which is a state championship, which I do believe we can compete for. There are a lot of great teams that we have down the road, but and hopefully weekly I'll be able to get some of these coaches on and keep doing these videos if I can get in touch with these coaches. So, but anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Thank y'all for watching, and go Rebels.